I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're talking with Friday Mary Harding about her wonderful book. It's called Boxes Ticked, So It Begins. This book dives into the complexities of relationships, exploring how love, respect, and understanding can make or break a partnership. If you're looking to strengthen your relationship or find lasting love, you won't want to miss this conversation. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her powerful book. The links are below this interview. Friday, great to see you here today on Spotlight. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. It's wonderful to meet you, Logan.
Wonderful to meet you as well. You've done great work on this book. It's so important for people to have a strong relationship and maintain a strong relationship. I always say falling in love is the easy part. Keeping it all together, that's when the work begins. Do you agree?
That's right. Absolutely, I do. And look, I just wanted to say that I know there's a lot of books out there regarding relationships, but this book, I can tell you now, is unlike anything that you will find out there. It's unlike anything. Everything that I've written, I have experienced. I've felt it. And that was my inspiration for writing this book. So I'm hoping that, especially the young ones that are just starting out, and who knows, they don't know do they know what to look for? This will give them guidance in what to look for in the other person. There's so much information in there. But even the people that are in a relationship, what are they doing? Are they doing everything right? But most importantly, do you have the right person by your side? That's the most important thing.
Is the most important thing because, it truly is a partnership. Your spouse or your partner is going to enable you or disable you in your life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Look, when I was going to write this book, I did a lot of research and I also spoke to a lot of people. And honestly, Logan, you'll be surprised how many people think, oh, that true love doesn't really exist, But it does. It absolutely does. And it's so sad that, people will go through their lives thinking, some people may think that what they have is real love, and maybe it is. But like I said before, what about the young ones? Do they know what to look for? And things have changed so much, in the last 30, 40, even 50 years. Things are different now. And it's not necessarily the right way. So this book gives you all the good old-fashioned advice. And, if it ain't broke, why are we trying to fix it? Just do the right thing, because what you do now, especially in your young years, if you don't do the right thing now, you're going to pay for it the rest of your life. So
without a doubt, yeah. If you can want to avoid divorce, if at all possible, it's a painful process.
Absolutely.
It's a financially crippling process in many cases.
Absolutely.
So what should people do when looking for the right one? I know attraction, I guess, is step one. And again, that's the easy part, that you're attracted to each other.
That is the easy part. Look, finding the right one may take a little longer because there's so much that each party needs to learn about each other if they're going to do this the right way. And they should really not overlook any red flags, because they do come up. Right. And a lot of people think, oh, but I'll change that, that's okay. He ticks 3 of the boxes and, the 4th, doesn't matter, I'll change him. It doesn't work that way. And even if you think you've changed them, but that has really set the partner, whether it's the guy or the woman, that's set them on some kind of it's the wrong path. And they're going to remember that. And when other problems come up, they're going to go back to but I changed for you, and still you're not happy, and still this and still that. And it's going to be arguing. That's not the way to live your life. So take your time, especially for the young ones. Don't rush into anything. Take your time, get to know that person. If there's something about them that you don't like, don't think that you're going to change them I think it's time to move on and look for the right person. She or he is out there. You will find them, but really get to know them and let the guy be the guy. I believe in the hunter-gatherer concept, and I bet you the kids today wouldn't even know what that means. They don't know what it means, but we know what it means. Yeah. Let the guy be the guy, you be the lady, treat him with love and respect, but that goes the other way around as well. The guy has to treat, the person that he's with with love, respect, communication, absolutely, and just be happy with the person that you're with. But like I said, you've got to find the right one. And in this book, it outlines, there's 40 odd chapters in there. And towards the end of the interview, I'll just read some of the chapter headings just to give you an idea of what's in there. But it really speaks to the person. And I'm actually sticking up for the guys in this book. I'm batting for the guys, because some of the women think that, they're just so precious that they think everything has to revolve around. It doesn't work that way. Right, it does not work that way. Exactly. So you've got to appreciate the person that you're with, both sides, and just love them, respect, communicate.
Right. And to continue loving, respecting, and communicating as the relationship goes on, that the relationship cannot be taken for granted ever. I think you have to continue to impress that person, show your love and appreciation for that person, right?
Absolutely. You have to be patient with that person. You may do something for them that they enjoy doing. You don't particularly enjoy doing it, or it's not really your thing. It's okay. Go along with it, because he will also go along with what you want to do as well. Oh my gosh, be grateful that you found the right one. Now that real work, hence my title. Now you've got to learn how to keep them. You've got to learn how to keep them. You can't just, boss each other around like that. No. You have to be patient, love, respect, understanding, and above all, communication. But all of that is null and void if you've got the wrong person next to you.
Absolutely. You talked about red flags before. What are one or two of the red flags that people should be on the lookout for? Or are they different for each individual? Perhaps what's a red flag for you might not be for me, and so forth.
Well, that's right. Everybody likes and dislikes different things. But look, I would also look at their friends. There's an old saying that show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Okay, look at the friends that he has as well. If they're not quite the kind of people that you want to mix with, well, that tells you a lot about that person that you're with as well, or that you've just met. So that's a red flag. Personal habits, places that they like to go to, that is not really something that you just can't see yourself doing. Look, if there's so many, and every person is different in what they like and what they don't like. So if you're with someone and or the way they speak, they might smoke. Don't think that for instance, I cannot be around a person that smokes. So if I met someone and they smoke, even if he's gorgeous, he's wonderful, he's everything, but the smoking, lovely to meet you.
That's a deal breaker. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a deal breaker. And it could be the other way around as well. So really, it's every person is different. If there's something that you don't like that the other person possesses, that is a red flag. It's a red flag. You're not going to be able to change them.
Like the advice to look at their friends, because it's an objective way of looking at them, like you said. They're not that much different. You might think, oh, she's much different or he's much different than them. I don't like them, but I love him. If they're tight mates, chances are they're more or less the same. So, yeah.
Because if you ended up with that person, then you might think, well, now's a good time to tell my partner, I don't particularly like his or her friends, and I don't want them coming over. That's trouble.
Is trouble.
Absolutely. Can you see how the trouble is going to come down the track?
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned before you were going to read to us a couple of the chapters in your book so folks would get an idea of the overview. Let's do that now. That'd be great.
Okay, fantastic. Goodness me, where do we start? Okay, so I've got, if only I knew then what I know now. You have the rest of your life to be a wife. When women were women and guys were men. Or some people are not going to like that. If he doesn't seem right, let him go. Next, or her, let her go. Jealousy plus possessiveness equals control freak, equals disaster. Wedding bells or warning bells? I like that one.
That one's great. They're all good.
Marriage equals Mount Everest. You need to acclimatise to both.
Yeah.
Don't tell him you love him, tell him you adore him.
Nice.
And the domination and control, run, run, run.
Right.
Affair-proofing a relationship. Oh, really? How exactly? You know, Logan, you can affair-proof it, but it's not the way most people think. Put little, things on their phone to track where they are and what they're doing. And when, and when you call and they don't answer and you're wondering what they're doing, and that's not how you could. That is not how you affair-proof your relationship. When you've got the right person and you love them and you adore them, if you want to be treated like a queen, then you need to treat him like a king. So why would he want to risk that by cheating on you or vice versa when he's got the best person waiting for him at home? And, if he wants to go out with his mates sometimes, let him. He shouldn't have to ask you, can I go there? Can I do this? He's not a child. You didn't meet a child. You didn't marry a child. You married a man.
Exactly. You don't want to fall in the role of being his nagging mother
No,
or her controlling
absolutely,
dad. You want to
absolutely
love,
not.
respect, and communicate each other. And like you said, have the relationship so good that nobody wants to cheat, and be aware
Absolutely.
that the relationship
Absolutely.
is good. Yeah.
And Logan, I'll just read you this one more chapter. It's very
Sure.
interesting because when I said it to some people, they said, "What? Have your own respective bedrooms."
That's funny. That is different, but I guess it would
Okay,
keep
but it's
things a little
not what you think
spicier.
it is. It's
Okay.
you know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder?
Yes.
Okay. It could be once a fortnight, it could be once a month, it could be once, whenever they organise it, whenever they want
Right.
it to be. He can go to his room and you go to your room.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Give him time out under your roof. Don't wait 30 or 40 years down the track where you've had him, he's been living in a little bubble that he can't move without your permission. And then when the kids have married and they're gone and, I think I need some time to myself to think things out and just, give him time out under your roof throughout your life. And then it doesn't mean that you're still going to sleep together, but
Right.
just that once, whenever you
Right.
deem it, acceptable, he can go to his room and don't bother him. You go to your room and he won't bother you. And if he wants to go out with his mates one night, let him. And you can entice him in different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, so, darling, that's fine. I'll be sleeping in my room tonight. Now, you can knock on the door if you like, but if there's no answer, just go to your own room. Or I'm going to be taking a bubble bath while you're out with your friends, and So it's up to you how long you want to stay. But how soon do you think he's going to run home quickly? He's going to
I
come
think
home
very
quickly. He
quickly.
knows what's waiting. But look, there's
Exactly.
so many ways, Logan. Honestly, like I said to you, this book is unlike anything else out there because
It
I
sounds
actually
great.
talk to the reader. It's not just
Right.
sentences.
It's not psychobabble, it's actual practical,
Ah,
actionable advice
yes,
to keep your
yes,
relationship a courtship
yes,
ever after. And I think that's important.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I write, some of the women won't like.
Right.
But I think the guys are going to like it because they're too scared to tell the women. So I'm telling the women.
That's good.
I'm
Everybody
telling
needs
you,
a wake-up call, and you're giving them the wake-up call, which is great.
absolutely.
The name of the book
Absolutely.
is Boxes Ticked, So It Begins. This book dives into the complexities of
And
love,
yes,
respect, relationships, respect, and understanding. There's the book
absolutely.
there.
And it's on Amazon. You can buy it on Amazon.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's such a great book. It's an important guide. I mean, it's an investment in yourself, in your love, and in your relationship. Pick it up,
Correct.
read it, learn from it, explore it, and also discuss it with your partner and see
Yes,
what's right and what works for you. Friday, thank you
yes.
so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you, Logan. It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Great speaking with you today. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.